Good afternoon, everybody. David Guerra here. This is it's Thursday. You know what that means? Hashtag Training Thursday. And we're going to take a little different detour than what we've been talking about, which was telephone etiquette. Now we're going to do face-to-face personal etiquette. And we're going to do about 3 or 4 of these, just to give you a heads up. So be prepared. Be prepared. But first off, what do we do when we do what am I talking about when we do face-to-face etiquette? Well, in an organization, your face-to-face, your first contact person is the receptionist. Whoever is at your welcome desk. If you have door people, they answer the door. You have greeters just beyond the door. Or you have a welcome desk or an information center. Again, those are your first contact. Those are the individuals that, I hate to say this, in the real world, 9 times out of 10, Okay, maybe not 9 times out of 10. 9.9999 times out of 10, they are the least empowered people in the organization. They are probably the ones that know the least because they're kept out of the loop, which is, I understand, but when it comes to dealing with people face to face, nothing is worse than having a stranger come to your organization, say, hello, my name is yada, 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 and then they say what they want, what they're looking for, or what they're trying to resolve, and the person that's there supposed to be greeting them, helping them at the information center has no clue as to what's going on, as to what those individuals need or where to direct them to. So they start making phone calls and calling around, and finally they get to who they need. Talk about a waste of time. A waste of time of the individual that's there greeting people, the waste of time of the individual that walked into your building. And so how does this apply to etiquette? Well, it does in a sense that they cannot help anybody. They get flustered. They get anxious. They start running, looking like they're running around with their heads cut off to the observer, to the customer, to the individual that walked into that organization. Now, how is that proper and right? What does that say to the individual that walked in? Here's an organization that doesn't know what it's doing. Here's an organization that has its head at its 4 points of contact. And that's not a good thing. Especially if somebody took all that time to go out of their way to go to your organization, to walk in the front door, and they just get ignored. No one knows what's going on. No one can help. And when they can help, they've already wasted all this time. And we're not in a time-wasting business. You're not. Your organization's not. I'm not. And you know, it's just the way it is everywhere. No one wants to waste time. So, again, make sure that those people up front are empowered enough to know what's going on, enough to know who to direct inquiries to, and definitely, I'm not saying, spill all the company secrets to the receptionist or the welcome or the greeter, but let them know, hey, look, we got a situation going on. Anybody from this organization calls, anybody from this organization shows up, send them to this person, send them to that person. Do this. Have a plan of action and include that reception person, that frontline person. Because if no one has told you, that frontline person is, trust me, they are, an ambassador for your organization. It is that simple. That's exactly what they are. They're the first person that people see, and they're the last person that people see of your organization. So if they're not empowered and they can't do the job, then what good are they? You might as well have people just roaming the halls. I'm talking about those visitors. You can just roam the halls aimlessly without any direction or sense of purpose. And then what does that get you? See, if there is no connection between management, leadership, the C-suite, and those frontline people, all of them, then what does that say about the organization? What does that say about you as a leader? What does that say about you as an employee of that organization? Personally, I wouldn't want to work at an organization where the leadership has such a great disconnect. I left such an organization because, again, there is no need for that. If you start picking people out and taking people out, and you start basically just setting them aside, oh, don't worry, just answer the phone. What do I say? Don't worry, just answer the phone. That's not going to help. People show up, oh, well, what do I tell them? Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Just pass them over to me. Then eventually, they're going to the wrong person. So, in summation, to sum it all up, etiquette, personal etiquette in the workplace deals on so many levels with so many different things. It's more than just a handshake, and we'll talk about that. And it's more than just saying hello, and we'll definitely talk about that. It deals with, first and foremost, empowering that staff to be able to handle any and all situations that come through that door. Any and all individuals that walk through that door, whether they walk in with a press pass, a media pass, or they walk in cold and they just want to buy one item, or they just need directions to someplace else. It doesn't matter who they are. If your people are not empowered to be able to handle such situations, maybe it's time to start looking what's happening up here and not blame what's happening down here. Something to think about. This is Training Thursday. I'm Dave Guerra. I'll talk to you next time.